Listen, I definitely was peering into the darkness. Like, is that my crystal? Looking over my eyes. Is that my
It's
crystal?
me.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't
Hey,
seen you
Crystal.
before. Yes, I did.
That's Crystal. Crystal.
It's
How
Christopher.
y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Chilling.
So I need to answer the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would like.
I would say for me, probably some. I know I don't need to go in the past, but so many disappointments from my past of things that I've tried to do and probably didn't work out. So that's probably a fear of mine of trying to do new things when it comes to this YouTube journey.
Right. I get
You
it.
know, I gotta let go of the past. I really do. I'm working on that
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
stopping my growth with things I could be doing more with this journey.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
yeah, that would be my fear.
That's cool.
Me
Rodney
too,
said,
Trisha. Trisha said, I was like, who this woman, Harpo?
"Who this woman?"
There you go. Put your face in the light. There.
Hey,
Pause.
oh, I don't believe, bro. Right. Rodney said, "I'm grounded in structure and stability. Fear of the unknown variables keep me from trying new things that could be beneficial." Yep.
I'm gonna tell you something else too that is a big issue of mine. Trusting the process.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as many times you've seen so many people do the thing that you want to do and be successful at it, there's always this nagging thought in the back of your mind, but it probably will go wrong for me. You know.
Right.
I
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
Where do
And
you think
even
that
to
comes from?
Crystal's point, sometimes you did the thing and it didn't work out. And so you have that recycled kind of worldview, and we're afraid to do it again. It's like, maybe I did, it was the right thing at the wrong time. And so
Mm.
now it's not that you didn't do the right thing, you did it in the wrong order, you did it at the wrong time, you did it in the wrong season, and you're fearful. But if you tried again, it will succeed.
Yeah.
All right. So to touch on what you said, Danielle, you feel like do you feel like there is such a thing as, right thing, wrong time, right place, wrong time? Or
Yes.
is yes?
I think there is a such thing because, and I've used this example before, so forgive me, but if I take a bulb or a seed, right, out in the middle of January, it's not designed to grow during that time. Was it something wrong with the seed? No. Was it something wrong with the soil? Not necessarily. It just was in the wrong season. And if you do the right thing in the wrong way, the wrong order, the wrong timing, it negates the rightness of the action. So it's no longer the right thing. It
Oh,
becomes the wrong thing by virtue of the timing.
Ooh, the
yo,
preach does. Oh my
that was
God,
wild. Okay.
That's my
that
pastor.
was
That's my
heavy.
pastor talking.
Oh, oh.
No, that ain't your pastor before. That's my pastor. Hold up.
Well, that's that's
No,
that's our
hilarious.
that's
Pastor
that's
D,
our pastor, Tina. That's our pastor.
we got to
Okay.
share Pastor Daniel.
Okay.
That was
Listen, I mean, but ask me how I know because I've done it, right?
right.
I've
Yeah.
done it. I've been too hasty and I've been slow footed. And both of those
Mm.
situations will cause you to miss out an opportunity. Because there are people who are like, oh, you can't miss out an opportunity. Yes, you can. Now,
Yes,
God is gracious. God
Right.
is, it can come back around,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't mean you can't miss out.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Uh,
Mhm.
Okay. Yes. Amen. Hallelujah.
uh, Rodney said
Yeah.
success.
Away. Like stay right there.
Mhm. That's true. Success from others you see, but you don't see the constant phase they had before that success.
True.
Hmm.
Yo, Rodney, you need to join the panel, bro.
Word,
You be spending some fire, bro.
word. Another thing that when he said that, it reminded me of a conversation you guys were having the other day. I can't remember because I've been here every night.
Right.
But it was the concept of you don't always people compare themselves with the version of you that they see before them. They
Mhm.
don't, and you're comparing your beginning with someone else's middle or someone else's end. And that
Right.
then you're putting
Mhm.
all this pressure on you, and you didn't see the growth, you didn't see the maturation, you didn't see the process. You're like, oh, well, you didn't see Crystal when she was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, doing them lives when everybody
Right.
else was slumbering and sleeping. You just see the numbers now.
And then back up again.
You don't see Coach when
First
she
thing in
been
the
doing this
morning.
for years,
Exactly.
right? You don't see that. You just see the
Yep.
now, and you're comparing.
Yep.
You're saying, "Oh, my journey is so short," and I don't want to get into that because I know we've been
Right.
talking about that. But in terms
Right.
of success, this ideology and this idea of success, you're looking. Your metrics are off.
Right. Homebody Trish, that's a pause on that nickname. That's a big pause.
Yo, Lisa just said something. She said everyone sees the
Sees
results. Few
if you
consider the
consider the
journey.
journey. Boom.
Bars.
Mic
That's
drop.
true.
Amen.
That's true.
But they
Mic.
don't know the journey. And that's the
Right.
thing.
Right.
It's so easy to look at what a person is presenting that looks easy
Mhm.
because you're not
Mhm.
familiar with the process.
Word.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Ooh, Tina,
some
you're
people
absolutely
don't
right.
want. Some people don't want to hear the journey. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the hard work. They don't want to hear about the failures. They
Mhm.
don't.
Mm-mm.
When you start talking about that stuff, and no, because that requires consistent effort. Nobody wants to do that.
And
Everybody
vulnerable.
wants a quick, right now fix today.
Yeah, Coach. There you go. There you.
Yeah.
That. Yeah.
But it takes
What the-
vulnerability too to do that.
right. What
Yeah.
they call it the microwave mentality.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
somebody told you right now your channel is gonna blow up in
Mm.
2029.
Oh,
They just give up. They just
Look,
oh
cry.
no.
Just
Oh
cry.
no.
no, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Just cry down. Just cry
Nah,
down.
let me try TikTok or something.
Exactly.
Listen. I'm
My
okay
phone.
with the slow and steady pace. I'm okay
Me
with the slow and
too.
steady pace. I ain't ready. Listen, y'all know I ain't prepared for all that. Y'all can have it. I'm okay with where I'm at now. I love my support that I have now. I said earlier in my live, I did a questions and answers. I said, somebody asked me something, and I was like, I don't want to ever be noticed as a YouTuber outside the world.
Mhm.
I don't want to nobody say, "Oh, are you Crystal from YouTube?" I don't want that.
Wow.
Yeah, I get that. Yep.
I want to stay low key. I
Let me
want
ask
to
you.
I
Let me
want
So
to
ask you
do I,
grow.
Lisa.
I want to
Let me
grow, but I don't want to be I don't need all that. I'm good.
Do
I
you
don't
think
need
that
all that.
that's
I
its
feel
own
that too,
form
Lisa.
of mental prison?
Maybe.
Yes.
It is.
It is.
And it's interesting because that's incongruent, right? Because how do you get expansion if you're not visible?
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh,
that's good. Okay, Danielle.
gems is
I'm sorry.
being
I
dropped.
can't help it.
mic
I can't.
drop.
This is great.
I
This
can't
is
help it.
great.
Keep putting in that
This is
work.
great.
Because, but you don't realize that sometimes we
Good
capitate
answer, Trish.
ourselves by the way we talk and the way we think. You're like, okay, if I can control this in my mind and make it small, but that's the opposite of your assignment because you wouldn't have the expansion in your heart the way that you do, the way that you
Right.
want to help people, the way you want to talk to people, the way that people gravitate towards you if it was to be small.
Right.
So
I
how do you
know.
get
About
your
Crystal
brain
thinking.
to be in alignment with that?
I'll be there tomorrow morning, Danielle. I'm still working on me.
Amen. I'm not
I'll be
picking
there
on you.
tomorrow
Please
morning.
hear my heart. I'm not picking on you. I'm talking to me too. You know what I mean?
I know. I'm still working on me, y'all. I'm still working on
Oh,
me, y'all. Still working on me, y'all.
ooh,
I'm
this is
talking to me
rough.
too.
We all listen, Crystal. We're all working on me.
Everybody.
Everybody
Everybody.
working.
I know.
Ain't
Lord.
nobody perfect, child.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one is perfect, and everybody has their fears. Everybody has the things that everybody got that negative Nancy that lives in
Yes.
their head that tells them that they won't succeed. This won't happen. That won't happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the people that are successful tell that trick to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like shut up.
Now, one thing that I can say is that because I have experienced quite a bit of setback through some of the choices I've made in
Mm,
the past. Sometimes it's a thing of what happens if this doesn't work and I have the old mindset to come back again to do
mm,
the things that I used to
Mhm.
do, which would sabotage my future.
Mm.
Mm.
yep,
Ooh,
yeah.
Oof.
this is
Ooh.
heavy.
Yes.
Y'all
Shit.
ask for
Yeah.
transparency. That's your question, elevated. That's your question.
Uh,
No, I mean, if that inkling to backtrack is still in the back of your mind, I mean, it probably still is going to always be there, but you
Mm-hmm.
have the ability to suppress it. But if you start listening to that inkling,
Mm,
are you really on a path of growth? I
Well, you
think
have to look at it from this perspective. We all have triggers.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
right, absolutely,
So, with
mm.
that being the
Mhm.
case, you have to be aware, cognizantly aware of what will trigger you so that you know how to navigate the space when you are
Mm-hmm.
triggered. That's not an
right,
easy place to be in
yeah,
as you recognize what's going on. You know the choices you made in the past, but I'm
mm,
choosing a different path, even though the situation looks the same.
right.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm.
And
Boss.
temptation wouldn't be temptation if it wasn't attractive.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yo,
God,
Talk
tell the
about
truth and shame the
Ooh,
devil.
yo,
child.
100.
Cause
yo,
I'm like that back pocket. I call it the back pocket sin, and it don't always have to
Yo.
be a sin. It could just be a mindset. It could be for
Mm.
me. It's that hustle. Like, hey, God, I know you cool and all, and you do everything well, but you taking too long, and I'm about to do it. Like, you know what I mean? For me,
Oh,
it's that
yeah,
hustle. It's that like I do it myself. It's my control issues, and I name them because I know me. I know me, right? And
right.
so
mhm,
it is the temptation to always rely on that thing that we hold on, that part of ourselves that we hold on to, that
mhm.
identifies us with our trauma and our past.
Mm.
Yeah.
whew.
So yeah, it's a definitely triggering triggers. I
It
be like
is.
scarcity trigger.
And
Yes.
that control, you're right. That's why my name is Crystal's World,
Mm,
because
Oh,
I want to control everything. When I have people offer me help, but I won't
mm,
take it because
um,
let me be honest with y'all, like people disappoint you, people change,
Yep,
people switch up.
yes.
And
Yep.
I've
Yes.
experienced that on this journey, and that's what causes me to not even accept help from nobody.
Yeah.
mhm.
I just want to
Hmm.
learn stuff on myself. Myself. I don't know. That'll change eventually, y'all. I just gotta get
Mm,
back
It's
to.
changing now.
yeah.
It
mm.
It's
is.
changing now.
All those people that say, well, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have been
Oh
where
my
you were. But
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So like,
Oh,
so yeah, this
no,
is
Wait, I
the
missed
thing.
it.
I'm telling y'all, it when
oh,
when when people switch up, that makes me just want me to be to myself.
right.
Mm,
I get it.
You get what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
and that's
but
in
that's
real life.
and
So,
that's part of the growth process though, is coming to the spaces where you know you have to have help. Because it's
Mhm.
exactly.
you can
yeah,
only get so far,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. And then
yeah,
at some point, discernment has to kick in. You
mm,
know, you have to trust the fact that
You
you've
gotta
made
trust
it this
yourself.
far and that you can proceed even if that comes with caution, you
Yeah.
Mhm.
know,
yeah,
with your eyes open and alert, you know. But the time does come at some point where you're like, okay, I can't do this by myself.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like what Corey says here. Fear of being blindsided. Sometimes you can beat yourself up for missing red flags. It causes me to be guarded.
Mm,
Up. That's the truth.
Man,
Lord, a word. That's a word.
get
Yeah.
But
focused.
that's the thing that it makes you
Woo.
what
Yeah.
happens when you miss so-called miss red flags,
mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
makes you not trust your own judgment. It
Judgment.
makes you not
Yes.
trust
That's
yourself.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
you cooking tonight.
And
Here's
you
the
like,
thing
what
that
the
I'll
hell I
say about
did?
that is that sometimes we don't realize that the injury itself is teaching us something.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Mhm.
we think discernment is like I mean, yes, it is a gift, but it
Right.
needs to be exercised. So I don't figure out the discerning characteristics of a person that's a toxic person if I never engage the toxicity. I have
Mm,
to
Right.
sometimes miss the
Mhm.
red flag so that I can notice it next time.
yeah.
Is it,
Mm.
and I said this in the chat, is it fun? Absolutely not. But
No.
neither is exercising for the most part, right? Neither is eating healthy for
Right.
the most part. I have to do those things to experience the benefit of it. And now, then it becomes second nature. Then it
Mhm.
becomes rote. Then it becomes a pattern of my life, as
Yeah.
opposed to I now happen to come upon these toxic people. No, now I see them afar off. So I
Mhm.
Yeah.
think
Yes.
sometimes we forget that that is how we learn. And so I have said thank you, God, for allowing me to go through that. Even though I didn't like it, I bet you I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Word.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
That part. But then I get through the phase where I beat myself up as Crystal, why did you let that happen? You knew better. The
Yeah.
red flags were there. You just
You turned them yellow.
me giving
Me too.
grace. I'm a give grace person. I give grace. I give too much grace, I think. Is it a such
Mm,
thing as giving too much grace?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think you
Yeah.
have to ask your question yourself, why do I do that?
Right.
Because
Hmm.
if it's in the form for me, I'll talk about me. I'm not talking about you, Crystal, but I know for
Yeah.
me, if it comes from a place of fear of abandonment, if it comes from if I don't do this, they're gonna not like me, if it
Yeah.
comes from a place of, hey, I won't be accepted unless I bend or if I say yes, that people pleasing thing, if I
Yeah.
am offering grace from that space, is detrimental to me.
Yes,
Mm,
it is.
Mm.
If I'm offering grace because I'm like, hey, no, legitimately, this is something I desire to do as opposed to I feel forced to do, totally different perspective. And I don't feel the same way
Mm.
afterwards. I don't hold you hostage for the stuff that I did for you when I did it of my own accord.
there
Yeah.
you go.
Hmm.
So offering grace is what we're supposed to do. But if we have ill, I don't want to say ill intentions, but if we have the wrong motive in doing it, then
Hmm.
that's where the problem comes in
Right.
Gotcha.
my
And
opinion.
I'm sorry. Sometimes part of the journey is in recognizing where your own vulnerabilities are. Because a
Mm,
lot of times we can be vulnerable in a space and allow the wrong person in or do the wrong action because of that vulnerability. And so a
Mm.
lot of times what we need to do is do a heart check, do a self check. Where am
Mhm.
I in this space before I move forward with this action?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
That.
say we're all vulnerable being content creators.
Yes, you are.
You're
It
opening
you speak
yourself
that
up to a lot of negativity.
yeah,
Hmm.
too.
And your own, because we know that we can be our biggest critics.
Yes.
Word.
Hmm.
So what they come and do is just reinforce what we already thought about ourselves.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm. Tina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
We spend a lot of
that's
time
true.
comparing ourselves to other creators instead of looking at all of those wonderful things that God placed inside of us that will make us shine. We are too busy saying, well, Elevated can do it like this, or Coach can do it like that, or Miss Tina can do it like that. And look at the way Danielle can and put their word out there. And
Mhm.
we spend so much time being blinded by what we see in front of us instead of turning a mirror on ourselves and allowing God to show us those qualities that will make us stand out as well.
Right.
Mhm.
And always like excusing away, or not even excusing, always apologizing for
Yeah.
and saying,
Mm.
no,
Yeah.
guys, my quality is not that good, but I'm just no, just
Oh Lord.
put the goddamn product out. If you have something to say, just because you don't edit in a certain way, just because you don't package it in a certain way, that doesn't take away the message. It doesn't
Right.
take away what you have to say.
Right.
Stop apologizing for your gifts. Stop
Mhm.
allowing.
Mm. Ooh,
Yes, ma'am,
If y'all
coach. I
my
receive.
goodness.
y'all want to get Coach hot, you want to get me mad? Keep
It,
Yeah.
apologizing.
Yeah.
This is crazy that you say that, Coach. I
Keep
literally just edited
apologizing.
a vlog, and I was apologizing in the darn vlog, and
Crystal,
I wrote in the blog, why am I always apologizing?
why?
Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it. I think it come out on day 7. I think it's day 7 blog.
Like for real, like we like don't apologize for your stuff. Like like have confidence in yourself. Like you are a content. I'm just talking to the content creators right now, but I guess you can apply
Yeah.
this to anything.
Mhm.
But I just finished the workout, babe. I just saw Miss Do It Yourself's comment,
Yeah.
but you, like Yolanda was saying, like, so you'll see like Danielle is very good at getting her point across. Tina's very good at getting their point across. So some people might not want to speak because they don't speak like that.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That's their gift. Like, and that's okay. Like you also have a gift. So like you said, Yolanda, like you can be inspired by somebody else,
Yeah.
but don't apologize and say, guys, well, I'm so sorry. I don't say it. No, because that's unattractive. Like, be confident in
Right.
who you are. Period.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody is not attuned. Again, what's attractive and valuable to one person might be totally different to somebody else. Like
Right.
Right.
you're not. I love Antonice. I can't be her. Ain't nothing
Right.
I can do. And she got her own lane. Crystal got her own. Everybody has their own lane, and
Yeah.
Right.
somebody who's going to gravitate to somebody like me might not like somebody else, and that's okay. I feel like we spend so much time comparing ourselves, and like you said, Miss Yolanda, not looking for the uniqueness, the nuance, the thing that's about you that makes you sparkle and shine. Because there's a people attuned to you, your
Yeah.
style. It's a reason why, in my the way that I believe, it's a reason why you here at this moment, in this time, in this season, because you have something to offer. You have purpose and intention. Instead of
Right.
you trying to do something that somebody else is designed to do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Be you. Like, be you and stand on that. Like,
Yeah.
you'll see a huge change. You'll stop second guessing your content. You'll just put it out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pause. Because you'll know that the right people are going to see it. The right people are going to receive it.
Yes. They will.
I
Right.
feel like if a troll can find your page, the
Oh,
right one can too.
child, if you get
There
Absolutely.
you go.
if you get a constant troll, like a troll that's constantly coming to your page, oh, you hit the big time now.
Right.
They
I
come
definitely
to
got those,
your
child.
live just to troll all the time. Man, you done something.
Lord. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Hey, so speaking of the trolls, right? That guy Patrick that was commenting earlier, like he was trolling me on my other page. And
Mm.
What?
What?
Wow.
yeah, he was in that live that I did where I got that 5.5K views and stuff.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, that was pretty cool. Like
The troll live that went crazy and you was on live
yeah,
with
the
him.
one that went crazy. Yep. He started following me and everything. I mean, he subbed to me and stuff. Like that was cool though. But yeah. What Corey said, I have a hard time articulating myself. I'll be like, sorry, I'll be jacking all the words up.
No, say what you got to say. Like you have a voice too.
Yeah.
We not apologizing.
What?
Here we go, Trish.
Lord, here we go.
I
Here
said,
we
no,
go.
not so.
If
I
Trisha,
don't receive
Tr-
that.
get out of here.
You about to
Trisha.
make posts?
Nah,
'Cause
Trish is trolling right
She
now.
trolling.
Trisha is definitely
She's
trolling.
trolling. She's trolling.
What in the world?
Trisha is trolling.
look at
Trisha,
her
keep it
thumbnail
up.
picture. Look at her picture. Talking about him
Right.
the author. Look at all that flavor and sass and style she got. I have nothing to offer. Come get out of here.
Mm-mm-mm.
About to put her in the 10-second timeout. That's funny as hell. All right, I guess we get to the next talking point.
We got so much talent here. There's so much opportunity here. No.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So doubt as a lock.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
self-doubt is often louder than outside criticism. Doubt
Mhm.
doubt convinces you you're unqualified or undeserving.
Mm. Oh my
It
God.
it grows when you compare your progress to others. Confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself. Doubt weakens every time you choose action over hesitation.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's the truth, anyhow.
Yes,
Because
it
at
is.
the end of the day, if that's what she really believes, that she has nothing to offer, what is it locking up as it relates to creativity? What does it lock up
Mhm.
as it pertains to forward progress? It's these things that be in the back of our minds, and myself included, because I don't want nobody to think I'm pointing the finger at them. At the end of the day, we all have those nagging thoughts about what if, and we can fill in the blank at the what if. And so it's those things that nag us about the what if that always, yes, he did that, Supreme.
Yeah, I saw
Talking
that.
about in the background pumping.
Background
Uh,
pumping.
He in the
but
background pumping. That's what
yeah,
Supreme said.
yeah,
He
that's
Look,
what
didn't
he
say
said.
pimping. It was
look,
like
coach.
star. It was a star.
Look, coach.
But anyway, like I was saying, it's those negative thoughts that we can have, that a lot of times are keeping us from being as authentic as we need to be, to being as outspoken as we need to being as audacious as we need to be. Because sometimes it does take the audacity to think that, yes, I can do this anyway, or
Yeah,
yes, I can do this in spite of.
Right.
yeah.
Mm.
Right.
And then you know what? Imagine how much content you don't
Mm.
post because you're doubting that people are gonna like it, or you're
Yeah.
doubting that it's good enough. Imagine all of those posts, all of those ideas and concepts that you have that you don't film or you don't put out because you're worried about what people are gonna say, and not this is it's not good enough. Man, we can really we self doubt is probably the worst of it all
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it
Mm-hmm.
lives inside of you. Look, Miss Do It Yourself says self doubt is a beast. It is
Beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's self.
a big
Doubt
scary beast.
is weird, and I always say it's pride in reverse.
Oh,
It's
Mm,
insecurity.
at all of the things that you can, but it's still centered on you. It's still centered on you being the internal locus of control. Like I can control all these things, and it's not healthy. One of the things somebody asked in the chat, like, what do you tell somebody? And I always ask, whose voice do you hear that negativity? Like, is it
Mm.
your voice? Is it the voice of trauma? Is it somebody told you that you weren't good enough,
Yes.
can't do? Was it your experiences? Like, where is what they call big word for no reason, psychogenesis of it? Where did it originate? Because usually little kids are flipping and jumping. They don't have any kind of. We look at little children, they be like fearless. They be like they
No
don't,
sense of
they
trepidation.
don't have no sense of fear, and it's like, where did that come from? What happened that you don't operate that way anymore? And I try to go back to that place to encourage people, because there is something. Now I'm not talking about if there is danger, legitimate danger, it's it's good for you to be afraid, right? That's what
mm,
fear is for. Fight or flight. But if it's imagined, that's something you're sustaining, that's something
Mhm.
you're keeping alive.
mhm.
Why?
Right.
How is it
Sometimes,
serving
oh,
you?
okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Atina.
Sometimes the gift is in verbalizing the fact that I don't know what I have to offer.
Mm.
It's about exposing the negative thought. And
Mm,
Yeah.
in therein is value. Because there are so many people that are able to say, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, I don't even know why they like me.
Hmm.
I don't know why they gravitate to me.
Right.
And
mm,
because of that, it's one of those things where it opens up the floodgates for conversation.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Hmm.
Hmm. And sometimes the biggest thing that you can have and the most valuable thing that you can have is a conversation.
mm. Amen.
Hmm.
A vulnerable conversation at
Those
that.
are the
Yes,
most important.
yes.
Exactly, and that sticks with me. And that's what I was thinking when Danielle was saying that's doubt. Probably the seeds were planted by what you were told in your family
Mm-hmm.
of origin, what you were
Yeah.
told through your experiences, like a love that a relationship that ended badly,
Yep.
and that rejection and all of that stuff, it just keeps building, and those voices in your head, like that doubt just grows and grows.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a root that has to be dealt with. You know,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
like for instance, for me, you know, I desired to play basketball and did for some season, but you know, hearing my mom say stuff like, "You too lazy to play basketball." Then
Wow.
I
Mm,
got frustrated. I stopped that. I wanted to go into a fashion college up in Texas, and then it was
Mhm.
Board of Fashion College, and she was like, you ain't doing that. You know, everything was, and I'm not
Wow.
going to do that. But then I watched her take my siblings and put them through college in other parts of the country, you know, place.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mhm.
those like broke every time I tried to do something, it was always a negative connotation that came with it. So it left me doubting myself at every turn of my life. And even at this big old grown age, still fighting against those things at times because
mm,
that's all I ever heard. It was never you can do it. It's almost oh that you're lazy. Oh this you'll never finish it. Oh that it was always something negative. So that's something that I constantly fight, you know, in a
mhm.
place where it's like okay, I got to open up this place so I can be healed and gain the
Mhm.
confidence that I know that is in there, you know.
Thank you
Yeah.
for
Right.
sharing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm.
That's
You're welcome.
Yeah.
that's wild.
Because you're not the only, that I appreciate you sharing that because many people can commiserate. Many people can relate. I know I can. And I
Mhm.
think
Mm,
sometimes we have to break covenant with the lies that we were told
mm,
because now I don't hear mom's voice. I hear mine. Right
Yeah.
now, I have come into covenant or I've come into agreement with that thing. And the freedom is no longer allowing those words to have power.
Yes.
That's where the
Yeah.
freedom comes in.
Yeah.
Right.
mm,
So
mm,
Ooh.
so
mm.
um this question really stood out. So Aisha said, "How can you help someone that truly feels like they have nothing to offer?" I really feel like that often.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
what we were just talking about,
Yeah.
Right.
about opening up and allowing yourself to have that level of vulnerability.
Right.
Just a matter of fact, Yolanda was just the example of having something to add to the conversation through her own personal experience. You know, that whole thing of I've been through this.
Right.
And because I've been through this, I can offer you a perspective that if you haven't gone through it, or if you are going through it, I could tell you what my point of view is,
Mhm.
And in that shared experience, you find connection
Yeah.
and you find support.
Yep. Absolutely. What's Prince say? What makes y'all internalize things people say? I I don't.
I don't.
I
I,
have.
yeah, I have
Yeah,
to.
I have. But especially if it's somebody that I'm not really close to.
I'm
I,
gonna be honest with you. I think it points back to what you believe. What are your
Mm-hmm.
core? What's your core belief system? If it's one thing if a person says to you, "You ugly" all day. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't believe that, then them
Right.
saying that is no more than words. The
right.
problem comes in when you think that about you.
And then you take
You're right.
their words as confirmation. And that's why
Yes.
I said that whole thing about um creating covenant or agreement with it is if it's a reflection and we don't realize, I'm sorry, I get excited, we sometimes, especially if you are in a place of
Apologize.
negativity, we will no all right, coach. But we will find people that will reinforce the negative mindset. We'll find community, friends, family. We'll hang out with the family members that talk bad about us because it is a reflection of what you think already about yourself. So
Mhm.
now, and you get to externalize it because then you be like, oh, they told me this. Yeah, they might have, but did you believe it first? Because like
Right.
you said, Tina, if somebody say something about me that I don't believe, it doesn't bother. I'd be like, oh, you're silly.
Hmm.
That doesn't make sense. Whatever. I'm glad you think that. You don't really know me. But if I believe it, then it's when it becomes an issue or a problem.
It,
Yes.
it
Because when
depends
people said
who.
I was stupid and I didn't think that I was, like, I know, like if somebody call me unintelligent now, I'm gonna be like, I know you lie. But when I believed that I was not intelligent, it was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid.
Mm.
Because
I
it was
think
what
it
I
also
already thought.
depends. I think it also depends who is
Who
saying it,
says it?
what they mean,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and if you feel like their opinion matters to you,
Mm-hmm.
then you might internalize what they're saying to you. For instance, if you're a child,
Mm.
your mom, the person you look up to, the person you look to for love, support, and strength, if they're telling you you're dumb every day, then you might internalize that.
Right.
But if somebody that you don't care what they say, they have no merit over your life, then you won't. You won't really internalize what they're saying.
True.
I know that I have experienced the thing of it still being detrimental in how I respond to the negative information that has been presented to me by someone I love or trust, or
Mm,
an authority figure of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of
Mm.
me internalizing it and then me thinking that about myself, instead, in turn, on the flip side, I would try to prove the person wrong.
Yeah.
And that self,
Mm.
you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm for to prove, yes I can, and would take me to the
mm,
furthest of places in regards to just being so far out there to try to prove them the opposite that it doesn't do me any good.
mm,
Yeah.
Mm.
And so those things also have to be looked at and seen after as well, because sometimes we'll be on a hamster wheel about something without even taking into consideration, why are we doing this in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
mm,
is why I'm doing it really a benefit to me, or am I wrestling with a thought that I'm fighting internally?
mm,
Mm.
True. That's very true. Mm.
You did
Um,
say to believe it. I'm coming out of it slowly.
mm,
that's good.
It's
Let's
good that
see.
you can acknowledge that.
mhm,
That's a positive sign.
It
Absolutely.
took me years to not want to follow after the pattern of I got to prove myself to you. I
Because
mean, I've
that
been
Mm.
in all kind
too.
of
mhm,
situations, circumstances. A matter of fact, I can say I can attach my prison sentence to
Huh.
that very mindset.
But that
Mm.
that's the thing too. Like being so headstrong to prove somebody wrong,
Hmm.
you take yourself down to the pits of hell
Oh yeah.
Yes.
to prove somebody wrong. So
yeah,
you did internalize it, even though you're still trying not to be what they said you are. You still
Hmm.
internalized it. You internalized it to the fact of causing yourself harm.
Hmm.
So that
Mm.
isn't, you still internalize it, right? I'm just thinking out loud.
I
Yeah.
mean, but it's the thing of, instead of embracing it, I do everything in my power to fight it.
mm,
But that's what, so right, you do everything in your power to fight it. But what I'm thinking, like what I'm just thinking a little I guess nuanced is, even the fighting against it, you it's still like it's still a thought, because you're now, but you're just acting in the opposite because you want to prove them.
Hmm.
So
yeah,
what they said did have merit, because if you didn't care about what they said, you wouldn't be trying to prove them wrong. You would just be like, all right, whatever, I don't believe you, or you, what you say has no weight. So it
But
is a form of internalizing, I think. I don't,
But I think my argument though goes back to who's the authority figure speaking
right.
mm,
this thing into your life. It's not like you just got this off of somebody at one of
Right.
the kids at school or something like this. You're talking about, this is a parent, this is a coach, this is a somebody, a pastor or whatever.
Mhm.
Someone speaking something to you that in other aspects you would have an open ear to. So there's a level of vulnerability that you have to their words that is already preset before you hear those words and then have to wrestle with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a fact. I mean, just like hearing, another example I could give is hearing the words saying, well, you seem to be detached. You're detached from your life. You're detached from reality. You're detached from your family, from an authority figure. It's like somebody ripping a hole in your heart, you know,
Mm.
and having to battle that and say, okay, this is not who I am. So where was that even coming from? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you have people over you or who are supposed to be quote unquote kind of like, I don't know, kind of watching over your soul, so to speak, and they speak things, it can be very difficult to navigate. And it really takes the strength of God to shed light on that so that you can overcome it because He made us overcomer.
Yeah.
Oh
That's the
God.
thing. When you were talking, it makes me think too. Sometimes we have misplaced expectations. We've
Mm,
given
Mm,
people authority that never should have had it. And just and
yeah.
I'm just
oh,
saying,
Is
like
it?
there are some folks that I know with my wisdom now, I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them, and I'm not that strong, so I can't don't pick up nobody.
Danielle,
So
you right. You right on that point.
yeah,
I want to
so it's
touch on
like,
what
That's
Supreme
go
true.
ahead.
says. He said, going to prison at 18 either made me super strong or super callous. I be trying to understand this. Wait, I should be saying it in Supreme's voice, right?
Oh
But it's
Lord.
something serious, so I don't want to do that. I be trying to understand this. I know y'all think I be trolling, but I really don't understand some of this stuff. I think that's
Okay.
everyone in Supreme. I think we all wrestle with, are we super strong or are we, or are we super callous? I think, well, I know I do. I
Now
really
my thing.
wrestle with,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
no, I was just
Um,
saying I wrestle with that too. So who knows, child?
because I've been to prison and
Mm-hmm.
had to experience the hardening that comes with pause, which comes with going to prison
Hardening.
and the effect of it. When I came out, I still had the I got to be hard mentality.
Mm,
I'm still a woman. These things are more acceptable when you're a man
mm,
than when you are a woman.
All right.
You're not going to be received in certain arenas, environments, and things of that nature, acting like that because you've been affected by your environment.
right.
So, with that, you have to ask yourself, am I overly protective? Am I overly conscious or conscientious about every little thing that goes on around me? Am I overly aggressive in my approach or in my behavior or in my speech? It's these things that sometimes have to be taken into consideration, especially when you have a completely different outtake on life,
Mm,
because in his space, yeah, he can be macho man all he want to be, but he doesn't he knows how to dial it back when it comes to his children. He knows how to dial it back if he's talking to, who he needs to talk to. And that's not to say that he becomes softer than wet bread. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying though is there is a time to say and do everything, and your demeanor and your characteristics, all of those things come into play.
yeah.
But if you've been traumatized by your experience,
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
if that thing has haunted you, or you have to walk out a process that allow those things to fall off eventually, the core issue is the fact that they affected you at all.
mm,
Mm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I hate being called strong. Mm.
Yeah, I'm not the strong friend. Telling y'all right now.
I'm
I told
always
y'all in the
seen.
blog in the past. I'm not the strong friend.
I'm always
Said, miss
seen
me
the
with that.
strong
That is
friend.
not my ministry. Crystal said that's
Not
not
no
my
more.
ministry.
Not no. Listen. Not no more. I used. I have been,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm all in my vulnerability. It's
Yeah,
all out.
yeah.
So
All right.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah. That's why I say don't ever run from doubt or criticism. You accept it, face it, and overcome it as a whole or piece by piece. Absolutely.
Mm.
You have to have
Absolutely.
a certain skill level to be able to do that. Some people aren't there yet.
Yeah.
It's, I get called jaded sometimes because not everything affects me like it does other emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's form of narcissism. It's like why am I jaded because I won't allow you to get under my skin?
Mm.
It's all mental manipulation.
Mm.
Sometimes it could be a thing of being so disconnected
Right.
from everything that you're not even aware of your own emotions. You're not
Um,
even aware that things are actually bothering you because you have some of the most stoic faced people
Mm,
going to the hospital with high blood pressure,
yep.
having all kind of heart issues
yeah,
and
that's
things of that nature. I'm
Stomach
like, just because it
ulcers.
doesn't necessarily show up on the outside and it doesn't
Right.
show up in your face and you're not
Yeah.
sitting there crying or frunched up with your eyebrows does not mean that your body is not responding to
Amen.
the things that are happening around you.
Amen.
That's
You better
Mm.
preach, Tina.
There you go,
And
Yeah.
Tina.
that's the truth. That is the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Because
like you can have that hard shell. Pause. You can have
Lord
that
have mercy.
that that hard exterior and you appear like nothing bothers you, like nothing affects you, but internally you're slowly falling apart.
yeah.
Stomach
Mhm.
ulcers, like you
I'm
said, high
telling
blood
you.
pressure,
I'm
heart
Yeah.
telling you.
issues.
Trauma on top of trauma,
Yeah.
and then
And
having to sit your ass down.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That all that trauma will come back.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
That's what happened to me. I'm telling y'all. I was always the type, something happened. Of course, in life, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. Honey, when God
Mhm.
sat me down for that month and a half, when
Mm.
I tell you, I feel
Mhm.
like all that trauma came like just crashing down on me. And that's how I got into that deep depression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
And
telling you.
people don't realize it comes out somewhere, right? And
It
sometimes
does.
Yes.
the
Mhm.
reason people will that dissociate and people that compartmentalize a lot, they don't have any connection to the circumstances and their feelings. The difficult I
Mhm.
always tell them numbness is a feeling too, right?
Yes.
If
Yes,
I
it is.
think
Mhm.
it's like, hey, if I know I should have a feeling about this and I
Mhm.
don't, pay attention to that. Because
Yeah.
that's not you being strong. That's you dissociating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I see a
Yep.
child being, I'm just making an extreme example. If I see a child hurting and that doesn't cause me to be like, oh, can I help? That's
Right.
something is awry because most of the time, if people don't have feelings, they're either a sociopath or they're not yet living, right? They're an inanimate object. We have feelings.
Right.
Right.
So
Mhm.
being so distant and so cut off from them is something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
It is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, because one of the things about feelings that's connected to it is compassion.
It
Mm,
That's true.
There can be a dangerous thing if you have children and you have no compassion for them.
yeah.
You can't feel
Mhm.
what they're experiencing. Therefore, you don't respond to how they're acting in the moment because you
Yeah.
don't have a reference point to be able to connect with them.
Yeah.
And so if you never take the time to explore, and I'm not saying folks got to be laying all in the floor and
right.
acting a fool and pulling their hair out and whatnot.
Wailing and
Well,
crying. Yeah.
Right.
exactly. But what I can say is there should be at some point in time something that moves you internally that
Absolutely.
allows you to be able to connect with things and people. I'm
Mm,
like, I mean, you should like your dog at least. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come
right.
on. It's something
Yeah.
in there. It's just a lot of times we have this mindset of I must look like this. I must respond in this way. And anything that's outside of that is not what I want to present to the world and it's not how I want to see myself.
Because you don't
Right.
want to be perceived as weak
Yes.
and vulnerable. Like vulnerability to me is a strength. If you're able to express
Yeah.
yourself, if you're able to be vulnerable, that's a strength.
It is.
And
Mhm.
I can tell you, people do perceive you as weak when you show your vulnerability. If I didn't know before, I know now being on this journey, child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
But
Crystal
it
is
is a
far from
strength.
weak. I'm
It's
far
a
from
strength
weak. Just because
to
I'm able
be
to show
able
my vulnerability don't mean I'm weak.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, killer.
for real, to be able to
but you ain't
say,
wrong.
yeah,
We don't want no smoke.
association, I used to be a crybaby. Now I'm the opposite, Faith.
What
Man,
face that?
I used to be stone cold, and now I be crying for no reason. People be saying stuff in the daggone chat. I'm like, oh god, that was so nice.
Cap,
Like, who is that?
cap,
Who is that?
cap. I
That is
call
not
cap.
that. You think I'm mean? I ain't mean. I'm nice.
They say your name.
Yeah, but that's because you know
I
what I'm
know. I know.
saying.
Oh man. Zero feelings about a lot of things. Okay.
But that's the thing. Like, I really think
Ooh,
people that are able to express their feelings and talk about their feelings and and show that side of themselves.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a power. That's power. It's
it is.
power and vulnerability.
we have an individual with a pedigree. I want to ask a question.
Come on with it.
Is compartmentalization a sign of trauma if you're
Mm-mm.
not properly vetting your emotions, if you're not properly experiencing and acknowledging your emotions?
Hmm.
Yes. So I'm assuming. I mean, it could have been anybody, but I was just like, I think she's asking. Um.
No, she's talking to you,
Yes.
Danielle. Yeah.
Yes. And the reason why here's what happens. Compartmentalization has its purpose, right? Because, like I've said to you guys before, I have to get through the day. So if a crisis occurs or something happens, trauma, somebody you lose somebody, sometimes I don't have time to deal with the emotions associated with that. And so
Mm.
my brain, my body will say, look, I will deal with that later. I just have to get through the day. That is
Mhm.
not a wrong thing. That is function. That is how we survive, right?
Mhm.
That's how we get from one place to another. The problem becomes when I have packed up so much stuff in that box that I no longer have any emotions associated with the thing that happened to me. That's where it becomes a problem. And so, because I put everything there, now, like you described, Tina, I can't even acknowledge the good things because that's what? An emotion. I can't even have a healthy relationship because I haven't had, I needed to put this stuff somewhere so I didn't have access to it because it hurt me or because it was problematic or it was getting in the way. But you need those things. So I always say it's not a problem until you don't deal with the stuff in the drawer, right? Use the drawer,
Mhm.
but you have to go back in there and say, okay, now it's time to process. Now it's time to, now I can cry. Now I can be angry. Now I can
Yeah.
be frustrated. You just have to give yourself that space to be able to sort. It's just like a junk drawer. You toss that stuff in there, but eventually you got to clean it out.
Yes.
So
Right.
that's what I would say about that. If you don't properly handle it, it comes up in every relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hopefully that made sense. At
Oh,
10:16 at night.
Yeah. It made plenty of sense. It's only 9:16 here.
Oh, that's Tina. Tina be having an extra hour, bro.
I
Yeah,
know.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with Tina's time. Like
There
so,
was
you know.
another question in the chat, and they were asking about if you don't have fear, but you have empathy and sympathy, you're sympathetic to certain things. I would question the definition of fear there because we do need caution, we do
Mm,
need appropriate evaluation of risk because if I'm like, hey, I'll do anything and whatever, that's not healthy. YOLO, like that's not healthy either. So as
right.
long as you have a healthy balance of concern, planning, reflection, that's cool. But if you just are fearless to the point where you're not being safe, that's not good.
Right.
So Yeah.
I think sometimes the wording or the definitions that we give ourselves sometimes paint a negative connotation as it pertains to fear.
Mm,
Fear, in a regard, is also reverence. Is
yeah.
you understanding what is going on with an individual, with a person, with a situation where you know these things I should not do in the presence of these things.
Mm,
These things I need to respect the rules of engagement so I don't harm myself.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
That's good.
So, okay, yes, that's what I mean. Okay, cool. All right, so our next talking point is going to be excuses as a lot. Excuses are comfort zones in disguise. The more excuses you make, the less power you give yourself. Excuses shift blame on the circumstances instead of solutions. Every excuse is a locked door, and discipline is the master key.
Mm,
Accountability, I can't say that word. Accountability squashes excuses and forces growth.
mm.
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 That's good.
Yeah.
That excuses, man. They,
Yeah.
or won't we make up some stuff? Okay.
But what I
Yes.
will say
Yes.
to that is I'm guilty of that. I will admit
Mm.
that.
Listen, that word. Okay, Crystal. I only had
I'm
nothing fancy
guilty.
to say word.
Right. That's it. That's
Because I
all.
will make up a litany of
Oh,
things.
I'm waiting for coach to say something, so I got an excuse right now.
Huh. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Ah.
To see
You know
what had
how
happened was right.
excuses.
Mm.
If you ever watched any of my videos, you know what I think about excuses.
Yes, coach.
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
watch your videos, but my sound don't work. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Just like coach will say, you have an injury, use another part of your body. Like for instance, you hurt your knee, sit in a chair. You know what I mean?
See, I
Whatever.
ain't got no chairs.
Always find another way of doing what you said you cannot do
That's
because there
true.
are always different ways to do it.
You got it.
So if I do it a different way, then that's cheating because I'm not doing it the way
No, it's
coach is
not
doing it. You
cheating.
see?
That's telling yourself you're gonna cut the crap and stop saying I can't when you really can. How about that?
Okay, I'm not able to.
You know what?
Lord. You always stop messing with coach, okay?
I
Trying to tell
know,
you.
right?
Case
Ooh,
and
Don't come for
ooh. Hold on, I'm out.
How you gonna make that man leave his old panel, Jesus?
I
Yeah,
know.
y'all
Y'all
can
know
have
that.
this panel.
That's wild. That's
Oh,
wild.
Tina, I like that. What you say, Tina?
What I
Protect your
say?
peace.
Protect your peace with your peace. I believe in the right to
word.
bear arms. Don't mess with me.
Oh Lord, come help my congregants, Lord. Help my
Yes,
congregants.
help the congregants, people.
Right, Supreme, exactly, bro.
That man said, "What about a paraplegic?" Jesus.
They be
Dr.
having to do exercises too, so they don't get bed sores. Ask me how I know.
Yes, they do.
Ooh.
They sure do.
So they got to
You know,
be helped, but they still got to
Yes,
do something.
suppose
exactly.
you had no nose, child.
Mm,
Mm.
Y'all keep it up.
wow. Well, what elevated? Can you read the line about discipline again? It says something about excuses and discipline. Can you read that again?
Yeah. Every excuse is a locked door, and discipline is the master key.
Mm.
Babylon.
People don't like discipline. We
Yeah,
don't
It
like
takes
it.
too
We don't
long.
like consistent like a coach. I know you. This is your mantra, your mantle. People don't
Yeah.
like discipline. They we find comfort, I think, in the excuses,
Yeah.
because discipline
Mhm.
is hard. That's why we want the quick fix. That's why we want the instant success. We don't want to have to toil, sow seeds that we don't see the benefit of for years later.
Right.
I don't
We
want to
become
get up at
comfortable.
4:30. Sorry, y'all. I mean, I know that's my lot, but
We become comfortable with manipulation
shh,
Mm.
Tina.
Mm,
Well,
Tina.
mm.
because
Yeah.
whether we're manipulating someone else or we're manipulating ourselves about what we need to move forward in, what we
mm,
need to give more effort towards, at the end of the day, it's just manipulation. And
Yeah.
it all starts with the integrity of what can I do and what must I do to make room for what I can do.
Mm.
mm,
Mm.
yeah.
Ooh.
What
See,
can I do? That's
see,
you. Ooh, Tina, you said a word right there
Mm.
because sometimes we wait. We're trying to figure out how close to this line can I get before I cross it, and whether that's something negative on the other side or not. It's like how close can I get? How far can I go instead of being like how can I restrain myself?
right.
Instead
Hmm.
of saying let's put the boundary over here so that I'm safe, as we
Right.
just like no, let me see how much I can get away with. That manipulation is tricky because we manipulate ourselves.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah.
Mm.
We're the first ones to get manipulated. Before we tell the lie, we
We put
manipulate ourselves
You talk
into
yourself
Yeah.
believing that it's
into
believable
it.
in the first place.
Yeah.
That part.
Lord,
That part.
Talk yourself right into it, child. Woo.
gotta repent right now. Goodness, Jesus.
Oh,
Mm.
That's what happens. You tell yourself you can't do it before you tell anybody else. How about that?
That's
Mm,
true.
mhm. I mean,
no.
you come on, Danielle. What he say? He
Listen,
desired truth in the inward parts.
Just
amen.
say that again.
I
now, coach.
mean,
So listen, coach. I don't tell myself I can't do it. I just tell you I can't do it.
the truth. Tell the truth,
Elevated.
and the truth will set you free.
That
Elevated.
part. Just say that
You
again.
know what? Elevated. We I think we getting closer to a breakthrough over there.
No. All
Lord
We
have
right,
getting
y'all.
close.
Y'all have a good night. I'm shutting this down. Let me stop.
mercy.
We getting
Lord have mercy.
close.
No more.
Danielle, can I go back on what you said to Faith about boundaries is okay, but isolation is not. You were talking to me too.
Mm, yeah. Boundaries are good, but we have weaponized them. We have
Yeah, I isolate
weaponized them.
myself. I'm an isolator. I admit it.
Yeah, and
I am.
I believe
Because
that God. I
it's
believe that we need to
comfortable.
be. It can be, but the thing about it is, even when you think about people that are monastic and they go into caves and they kind of isolate themselves for the greater good, sometimes what you could have offered to other people is lost. So when you're isolating, you're not only taking yourself away to protect yourself, seemingly, but you're also cutting yourself off from those people that need you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what is the purpose of now? Do you need a break? Everybody needs me time, we time, and us
Yeah.
time. So I'm not saying you can't get a break. I'm not saying you shouldn't, hey, I need to take a couple days to myself. But
Yeah.
oftentimes it's reactionary. It's not
Yeah.
proactive.
Right.
Mm.
So boundaries are great. We need them. But when I'm
Mm-hmm.
using it to harm myself or other people, it's no longer a boundary. Now it's something different.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard that elevated?
Nope.
Ooh,
Turning a deaf ear, I see.
All right, so got a question. What's the most common excuse you hear people make, and how do you overcome it?
I
I ain't got time.
I ain't got time. I
mm,
ain't gonna work out there,
Yeah,
coach.
yeah, I think
I
that's yeah,
I
that's
be
can't.
the one.
busy. Life be
I
life
can't
and
do what you do,
Yep.
cause I
All of
can't.
those, all of the above.
I can't do what you do, how you do it.
I
I don't
can't.
have it
I
like that.
can't. And I'm like, do you think I could do what I do?
Yeah,
mm.
yeah. You can.
Ooh,
Well,
here's
now,
my personal favorite. It costs too much.
hmm, what
oh,
what
Like it
exactly costs too
depends.
much? Or you're not worth
wait.
enough? Is that it?
No, it's
You don't.
just yeah. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's a
You're
good
not
one.
worth
Thank
it.
you. Can I borrow that one, Coach? I'm writing
Ooh,
that down.
Sure.
ooh.
Ooh, Lord, that's a mean one.
Yes, it is.
Are you
I
not
need
worth?
to
You
put
know,
that in my
Not
contract.
worth?
What,
Are you
bro?
not
What?
worth the investment?
Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
That's
guess
good.
the pain or the discomfort that you're in isn't worthy.
right.
You're still comfortable in your discomfort, so you're not ready. You're not ready,
Yep. Yeah, that's a
right?
good one, coach. Discomfort, the comfort and discomfort. Yep.
And you're not
Hmm.
ready. You're not ready yet. But when you're ready, I'm right here. Elevated.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait a minute. What happened?
Hold on. So how
That's what I'm
smooth
saying.
how smooth asked to join the chat and then he
It didn't
goes
went
live on
live.
his own. I
That's
don't
crazy.
I
He
don't
went
care.
live, you said?
Yeah, on his own.
Yeah,
He
he
was
live right now.
allowed this chat. He said he wanted to join the panel. I
Uh,
said you gotta come over to my chat.
I'm
yeah.
live right now too, but y'all know mine is silent live. I'm trying to get to this 2K.
Word. Let's get it.
Hey,
Yo, me too, Crystal. I'm trying. I didn't do a live to like a 2K, like a sub live or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
It's just a goal I set for myself. Like I ain't been coach, you know me, you always talk about the numbers. I never did worry about the numbers, but I'm like, yeah, I want to reach this goal of 2K right now.
Yeah.
So
But
okay.
it's a different reason why. I
yeah.
think if you
Yeah.
try to get like sponsor, well, we could talk about that another time, but
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I wanted to
Yes,
respond to
ma'am.
Faith because she was yelling at me in the chat.
I don't want
Um,
Elevated to yell at me.
no, she had said, okay, she said, I don't care about their needs anymore. They overuse me, so I had to isolate to protect for sure. I hear you, and I would say absolutely protect yourself from those that are using you. Build up your boundaries in that way, but remember that not everybody is a user. So, like I said,
Absolutely.
isolation cuts everybody off.
It
It
does.
puts everybody in the same bucket. It says whether you used me, whether you was a support system, whether I, whatever. It puts everybody in the same bucket, and that means the pendulum swings the other way.
Yeah.
So that's maladaptive and it doesn't work long term. So yeah, protect yourself from the users, right? Build your boundaries. But remember not everybody is a user.
That part.
So that kind of resonated with me like a little bit too well because
Mm.
like that just made like I have my guard up also and
Mm.
Mhm.
you feel like everybody you cross paths with is like okay what do you want from me like you here to you here to take advantage of me too
Mm.
pause but it's just like I just resonate with that a little bit too well.
Yeah.
And I agree, elevated. I agree with that elevated. It sucks because I know there are some solid people still in
Hmm.
this world.
Right,
And I know there are. Like I know.
right.
But because I've been burnt, pause.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Burn.
I'm like Trisha,
Bacon
like
burn.
Trisha said, we women, we don't have to use the word pause like y'all men, but I'm gonna say pause to that one.
Yeah.
I've been burnt, and
Right.
it's just like it just makes you want to start treading lightly again. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I don't know, y'all. It's
But
Yeah.
check this out though. This where the problem lies in all of that.
Mm-hmm.
We be
Mhm.
enabling people.
Mm, that
Mm-hmm.
part.
And then we get
Facts.
upset because you don't have any returns on your investment.
I agree. I
Woo.
agree, Tina. 100%.
If we learn how to protect ourselves and not overextend as it pertains to other people,
Mm, mm, mm,
then
mm,
we
mm.
won't be in the spot where we like, I don't care about nobody. I don't care if y'all all burn down.
Hmm.
Because we
Mhm.
would have been in a space where I can only give in the capacity I'm able to give without it being self-sacrificial.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true. Damn.
That's good.
I hate when y'all be making
Real good.
I
You
ain't
know,
got
one of the things that I say often is, does that work for you? And sometimes people will say, hey, I don't want to, I'll just use this example because we were talking about it. I don't want to give up my isolation. I don't want to give up my bad habit. I don't want to give up X, Y, and Z. And I'll say, does that work for you? And if they tell me absolutely, yes, it works for me, then I'll be like, okay, then it works for you. But oftentimes there's is people that's in my office that it doesn't work for. That's why you coming to see me. So
Right.
that becomes like, are you going to choose the discomfort that's going to push you to growth, or are you going to continue to do what you feel as though you want to do?
Okay, I gotta say this real quick to my Virgo twin, because everybody that's a Virgo is my twin. Faith. Faith just said, isolation is so peaceful.
Yeah,
It is peaceful.
I
it
can't
is. You don't got to
I
deal with
can't
nobody.
disagree there.
My God, it is. It really
Foolishness.
is.
And it
That's
can
that. That's
also
that
be,
Virgo. That's
and it
that
can
Virgo
also
Is
energy.
it isolation or is it just solitude? There's a
right.
difference.
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah.
definite difference.
Isolation could be it could be very paralyzing because it's almost like you backed into the corner in your own head, and it can be paralyzing.
Yeah.
now I agree with y'all, but I also agree with Faith that it's peaceful.
I think it's
Me
direction.
too.
Direction there matters. If it is
Yeah.
reactionary, it can be
Mm-hmm.
considered isolation. If it is intentional, taking time away to meditate, to be peaceful, that's not
Yeah.
isolation. That's
Okay.
intentional away time. I think that
Mm-hmm.
that is a distinction there. You can create peace without isolating.
So
Mm.
what did you say? What if your intentional the wait time happened to take 5 years? You know what I'm saying? Like
Does
is
that
that
work for you? Do you want to be a monk in the desert? I mean,
Well,
again,
I'm a monk. I guess I'm a monk in some area.
You have some people with the mindset of they want to be alone together with somebody else. Because at the end of the day, it's people that do not care to just be literally alone. Not a dog, not a cat, not a person, not a kid, not a
Yeah.
nothing. Because at
Right.
the end of the day, COVID was wrecking people's lives.
It
Mm.
was.
Those that were by
Mm-hmm.
themselves. Now there were people
Yeah.
that had a slew of people in their house. They didn't want them back. They were sick of the people. They were tired of looking at them. But at the same time, when it came to the to the time at that particular time, I'm like, I don't even know we can say
To the
that word.
COVID.
But yeah, but the thing was, it challenged people in ways that they hadn't been challenged before. I could say, Black Love Permissionist, which is my cousin. She's on my page now. She was telling me, oh well, she explains a concept to me about having being touch deprived,
mm,
Okay.
Mm.
Mm.
where she hadn't been around or been able to embrace people and things of that nature. And when she told me that, I didn't realize that I had been experiencing that. I started crying immediately because of
Wow.
that
Mm.
longing. But it
Yeah.
had, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was like, but I didn't know that was even a thing at the time. I didn't know even though I was experiencing it. So there are times where people can be by themselves, but they don't even really know where they actually are until you bring up the things that they actually need in that moment.
Mm.
So
Mm.
true.
Mm.
That's good.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say good night, guys. Thank you. I have been requested
Thank
elsewhere,
you,
but
Ashley.
I hope
okay
you guys
then?
have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you guys for an amazing panel. Talk to you soon.
All
Good
right.
Thank
night,
you.
Good
Danielle.
Bye.
night.
All right. Ah, That was
Mm.
that was definitely very interesting. But
Yeah.
where was we at? All right.
Who said I
So
thrived during COVID?
Hmm.
Mm.
Oh, to COVID.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. I can't. I really. I say the same thing. I feel guilty saying that because I know a lot of people suffered during that time. But
mhm.
Yeah.
like, kind of like what Tina was saying, I wasn't alone in my house, but not having to deal with people that I didn't want to deal with was amazing. it was amazing.
Mm.
It was
but
amazing.
but coach, like even with your situation, that was cool though, because imagine if you and your husband's personality started clashing, and now y'all just stuck, y'all can't go anywhere.
You can't
Y'all,
go. You
y'all
said they
can't
said
even
the divorce rate was super high, right? People
right.
was
Like
they were like, all right, hold on, we got to stay together all the time. But
I don't like you like that.
I don't like you like that. Um, so that I understand that I was in a good situation and I was blessed in that way.
Mhm.
That's why I feel guilty even like saying that I thrived, because I know so many people suffered and did not
Right,
enjoy that time.
Yeah.
right, right. That's that was a rough time. Uh, so next talking point is going to be responsibility as the key. Responsibility means owning your choices, wins and losses. When you blame others, you hand them your power. Responsibility frees you because you control the outcome. Growth happens when you take control of your response, not the situation. Responsibility transforms problems into opportunities.
Hmm.
Tethered to responsibility need to be accountability.
That they go hand in hand, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Because there's
That's
a lot of folks that are responsible for things. Like all these children ain't got no daddies. They responsible, but they ain't accountable.
hmm.
That's right.
Damn. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say on that one. All right. So question, right? When was the time you took responsibility and it completely changed your outcome?
When I
Mm.
wanted to knock fire from my supervisor one time,
Hold
uh,
on. Let's retract that question. Nice.
I'm just telling the truth. I
Right.
wanted to knock fire from my supervisor one time, and I was told I was ranting to my best friend at the time, and she listened to me. She let me vent. She let me say all I had to say and called it, that person all kind of things and whatnot. And when it was all said and done, she said, "You need to go back and apologize and submit to your to the authority that your supervisor has over you, because
Ooh.
you cutting up and you clowning." But she has a job to do, and you have a job to do, which is to do what she tells you to do.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't like her and she don't like me. What I want to do that for?
Hmm.
Right.
It wasn't until, and I
Mhm.
literally had to do this. I took what she said into consideration. I went back and apologized to my supervisor sincerely, because it took me a long time to do, because I ain't finna sit here and act like, oh, I was just wonderful. No, I wasn't. Uh,
Hmm.
And so I went when I finally got my attitude together. I went back and I apologized, and I understood that if I was in her same shoes, I wouldn't want someone under me to be as combative as I had been.
Right.
It was at that moment that her attitude towards me changed,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
from that point until the time that she left that facility and went somewhere else, I didn't
Hmm.
have those same issues anymore of the head butting all the time arguing about things. But I had to let her know I was wrong for how I was treating you when you're my supervisor. I'm not yours.
Right.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's being accountable.
Oof.
Yep. Accountability.
Oof. No, I would have had to tell the supervisor like you
Just
can't
monkey
talk to
me.
me like that.
Who that monkey for?
What now?
Supreme put a monkey in my chair. I'm gonna need to know that that ain't for me.
Speak
Mm,
now.
huh?
You know what? I'm gonna have to do it. 10-second time out, Supreme. What
Uh,
you ain't gonna do is call me a monkey in my own chat. Now you hold on for a moment. How about that?
I can't. I can't. This is hilarious.
I could say for me, just to answer that question before I step down.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna get into detail, but I could say it's been a time on this YouTube journey, huh? Where I step back. So I wanted to go off, and I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to go off because people gonna look at you like you crazy if you go off, right?
Right.
On the internet. Like I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you take a step back when people try to play in your face. Especially on the internet, because people gonna look at you like you crazy. When you're not crazy, people try to play in your face, but it's like it's the internet, right? That's people's favorite words. It's the internet. This is what it comes with.
Right.
So because that was instilled in my head, I was like, let me just take a step back.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it. It wasn't worth it. It's not worth it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
But listen, guys, I'm getting ready to take us. I'm getting ready. I need to go to sleep. I think I'm going to sleep. I think. But it was nice, Elevated. Thank you for having me on your panel.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining.
And Tina, Coach, and Britt, thank y'all for having me as well.
Of course, my love.
Absolutely. Definitely enjoyed the discourse.
I appreciate all the wisdom. Because I feel like all of you ladies, including Danielle, always have, great points, and y'all talk with poise, and I love that about y'all.
With poise.
So, yes. So thank you.
With poise. I be fighting demons.
No, yeah, but you do a good job, Coach. You do a good job.
And look, I be fighting demons.
I believe
but
it.
I will see you guys in these YouTube screens, y'all.
All right, Mama.
All right, later.
All right. Good night.
Road to 2K. Let's get it.
Yes, road to 2K, y'all. Road to 2K.
Yeah, go. Okay. So, Yolanda Supreme asks, how old are your children?
My children are, my oldest daughter is 28. She's severely autistic. Then my son is 27. And my other son he just turned 21. And my 11-year-old he's 11, of course. I'm sorry.
Your 11-year-old 30?
Right.
11? For real? No.
Yeah.
I would have never saw that coming.
That was goofy.
Right. Okay. All right. I guess we'll get to this last talking point. Unlocking mental freedom. Mental freedom means no longer being a prisoner of fear, doubt, or excuses. It's choosing courage over comfort every single day. Mental freedom allows you to create your own reality. Discipline, self-awareness, and vision are the tools to unlock freedom. The reward is peace of mind, clarity, and unstoppable momentum.
Period. Where's Jay at?
Yeah. Take the limits off. Stop thinking the worst of yourself and limiting yourself by the things you think negatively about yourself. And you'll be able to move forward like you want to.
Right. That's it. Period. Oh man, Coach, you got that. So anybody got any videos dropping, anything they want to promote?
Tomorrow, I will be interviewing Mia J. All things something. Mia J. I'm tired.
Right.
All things with Mia J. Thank you. Because I often say from Mia J. with Mia J. I don't know. I'm getting old. I can't remember all these names.
It'd be like that. Okay. That's cool.
Oh, and Saturday, because tomorrow's Friday. And Saturday, me and Antonice will be back in the booth for the intentionally random broadcast.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know if everybody in here, but anyway, I'm not really promoting anything different, but I do. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you should think about subscribing just to get some motivation. If you're on a journey, a fitness journey, I can help you a little bit just to stay the course, do what you got to do on your fitness journey. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. I do a live workout. And every single day I go live for a lunchtime live. And I'm also participating in Vlogtober, and I'm doing my version, which is Fittober. So
Love
check
it.
me out. Check me out. Coach Mean. That's the channel.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
And for me, I have in the works, I'm going to be doing my first StreamYard conversations with Britt. And the
Hey,
topic that I'm going to be doing is visible friends and secret enemies.
Gonna be cold in the paint.
Hmm.
I can't wait.
I'm
I
excited
can't.
about it because it's for me, it was honestly a little fear there.
Mhm.
Because it forces me to kind of get organized and not just kind of go randomly.
Right,
It's some things
right.
that I have to research and look up and study out, somewhat, to make sure that I'm on point with this topic. So I'm excited because it is a first for me.
Okay.
Oh, I got one more thing.
Yep.
On Sunday, I'm gonna be interviewed on So Raven. That's So Raven. What is her channel called? It's So Raven.
Also, also
Oh So
ravishing.
Raven.
Oh,
Oh
so
So Raven.
ravishing.
Oh
Also,
So
ravishing.
Ravishing. My bad.
Love
Oh So
talk.
Ravishing
Love talk.
and Bougie Time. They're gonna be interviewing me on Sunday at.
Boogie time.
Boogie time.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guys.
Boogie time
What?
is
What?
I
crazy.
told
Wait. Hold on. What
me.
kind of time?
Okay, and let me
Boogie
just
time.
before y'all jump all over me. Hi, have we met? I be tearing up names. Like that's what I do. I tear up people's names. I know
Nah,
who you're
So
talking about.
she ain't lying. She ain't lying.
The 46 be acting up. Like,
Oh,
cut me some slack here,
she
guys.
ain't.
listen, I'm just
So
saying.
I'll say that again. So Also Ravishing and Boogie Time.
There
I'm
you
gonna be
go.
interviewed by them on Sunday at 6 o'clock. So
Okay.
check it out.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Coach loves eating fried gummy bears dipped in
Dipped.
chocolate. Now
Ew.
you like eating fried gummy bears dipped in chocolate
Ew.
with a big old milkshake on the side.
Who?
Oh,
Oh.
why did he say that?
That's it, Goofy. I'm Goofy.
Okay, so Faith says she has her first full vlog dropping Sunday.
Let's get
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
What time, Faith? This delay is crazy.
It's
You
what,
put a
10
delay in
seconds?
your thing?
No?
No, it's a delay between StreamYard and YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
I counted like 10 seconds of a delay.
Faith and commented and ran away. She like it's over.
I tried to give her the plug, but okay. Yeah, see 10-second delay. Yep. Well, it's 10:51. I have my next options trader for beginner videos. It's dropping in 9 minutes.
Let's go.
Um,
Congratulations.
so we gonna the
She said
topic is
probably at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay. You should think.
That's CST.
So it's gonna be 4 Eastern, probably.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Um, yeah, I'm good with an hour 51. We say you on a roll. Appreciate it, bro. I'll be tuning in more. Well, come on down. Pause. Wait.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pause.
Big
Yo,
pause.
we can never be serious, yo.
Never.
He said, come on down. My word.
No, wait.
Coach B just grind. I mean, wait, hold on. Can't say that either.
Hey.
You be rubbing it in. I mean, I can't say that either. Pause. Forget
Hey.
it. Scratch that from the record. No.
He'll scratch his whole like.
Scratch the past
Oh.
5 minutes. It's over.
Oh.
Tickle over there trying not to laugh. He's tickled.
Oh.
All right, coach.
Like
Thank y'all for coming out.
thank
God
you,
bless you.
Mr.
Good
Boo.
night.
I know, right?
On that note, thank you for joining. You could have been anywhere in these internet streets, but you spent some time here, and I really appreciate it. I hope everybody takes care. Right after I say that, Supreme said, "Coach eats roasted opossum tongue."
I can't.
What's
Learn.
opossum? See, if you gonna
Possum.
troll, spell
Possum.
it right, punk.
It's just pronounced possum.
Callie, you good, bro. I said what I said. It's in the past. You know, it's all good. But yeah, you could have been anywhere in these internet streets, but you're here spending some time watching my panel. So I appreciate it. Everybody take care. I'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Have a
Good
good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.